Final week of FPL is here, and I am very nervous about what's going to happen because I have my free hit officially activated, and the more I think about it, the more I start freaking out and trying to do something different. But my team is, for the most part, set in. So, Steve, if you're watching this, you get to choose my captain this week. This is what most likely it's going to be. So, I hate intros. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Here is my free hit squad. And, I'm going to try to live stream on Saturday. And I'm also trying to live stream a deadline stream. And then I'll maybe do a live reaction just to end the season. Why not? There's only one game week left. Anyway, let's get into it. Last game week of the season. Game week 38. Vamos. All right. Here's my squad. I don't have much time to edit it because it is my friend's birthday today, so we're just going to run it. In my back line, I got Alisson in goal. I thought, this Liverpool side against Wolverhampton at home, I don't see them giving up a goal, so let me go with Alisson in goal. I got Trent at right back in this formation. I got Trent playing against Wolverhampton. My thoughts here were I could go with Matip. I could go with Robbo, but there's something about Trent. I don't know if it's just me being nervous to get rid of him or if I think he's going to do well. But either way, it's very nerve-wracking trying to get rid of him, so I'm keeping him in my squad. Same thing with Cancelo. Now, Cancelo is, I'll talk about him here in a minute, because he's probably the one on my chopping block. I could switch out Alisson for Ederson and then have some City defense covered there. But again, I'm going to talk about that in a second. I have Cancelo for now. I could switch him out. All right. Now, Sessegnon, he's my wild card here. He's only 4.3 mil. Dude's averaging 0.7 expected assists per game over his last 3 games. And now we're against some big teams too. I mean, the last few games he played in, I'm going to pull it up real quick, were, other than Burnley, he had Arsenal and Liverpool. So Arsenal, Liverpool, and Burnley, those 3 matches, he's averaging 0.7 expected assists per game. And so I really like him against Norwich. And I'm tripling up on Spurs because, they have a lot to play for. Getting to Champions League, and it's Norwich who've already been relegated and given up the most goals in the Prem this season. So I got Sessegnon, and then I got Reece James. Now this, to me, just like Cancelo, is a bit of a worry. This is mainly because of Tuchel's comments. I think it was today at the time of recording that there's probably going to be some big rotation with Chelsea. They're going to throw in some younger players, some players that are probably on the chopping block to get sent off to another team. See if they get some value for them. Let them play and see how they do. Now, is Reece James going to start? I'm not too sure on that one, but I think he probably does. So for that reason, I have him in my squad. Of course, if I hear any news that Reece James is probably not going to be playing, I'm just going to switch him out, put in a cheaper defender, maybe like Henry from Brentford, and then upgrade my midfield and play a 3-4-3. All right. Now for my midfield. Saka against Everton. I was a bit nervous about this one while Everton still had something to play for, but now they've already made it back to the Prem this season. They avoided relegation in an incredible game, by the way. And so they don't have that thing to fight for. Now, of course, facing someone who has nothing to lose is a bit nerve-wracking, but I think Saka against Everton at home with Arsenal, they have to win. They have to win. The chances of them making Champions League are slim right now because Spurs will have to bottle it against Norwich. But if I'm playing for Arsenal, I'm saying I'm going to forget. I'm not even going to look at the results. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to even look at what's happening with Tottenham. I'm focusing on Everton, and I'm going to beat them if I need, because this is the only chance I have. And so I think Arsenal go out and they play really well against Everton. I got Son. No-brainer. Second highest scoring player in the game, maybe the highest after this game week against Norwich. Easy decision. Then I got Mason Mount. This one also worries me with Tuchel's comments, but I just think with Watford, there's going to be a goal fest. I think they're just going to absolutely go crazy against a team that's already been relegated. A lot of their players are hurt. Watford, that is. And so even with the rotation, I think Mount still plays, especially because he didn't play last game week. And so I have Mount in there, and I think they could be an absolute goal fest. And him and Reece James, if they both play, they could feast on Watford. And that's the decision. Now, going back to Cancelo, my thinking here is I could bench Cancelo or drop him down to not bench him. I could drop him down to a really cheap defender like maybe Simicast. Oh, he's already in my squad there on my bench. I could drop him down to a cheap player like Kelly, and I can upgrade one of my midfield. I could upgrade Delph or Brownhill up to maybe a Phil Foden Maybe a Jared Bowen, probably more likely. And then go with a 3-4-3 there with Jared Bowen. I really like that. I think Jared Bowen can absolutely haul against Brighton. West Ham have a lot to prove. Maybe not a lot to prove. They have a lot to play for this week, trying to get that top 6. And so maybe I'd try to bring in Bowen and drop Cancelo. Maybe I'd do it anyway. And then again, I would swap out Alisson so I can get some City defense coverage. So that's my thoughts. What do you think about that one? Should I end up swapping out Cancelo and being more aggressive with my attackers and bringing in either Foden or Bowen? Most likely Bowen. Let me know what you think. All right, for my attackers, and I know, again, this is really freestyled. For my attackers, I got Harry Kane. No-brainer. Dude's playing against Norwich. I know there were some leaks maybe about him being ill, but I'm not sick, but my watch sick. Lil Wayne. If Harry Kane, if he loses a leg this week, I still think he plays against Norwich. He's not missing this match for anything other than if he went through COVID protocols and he has no choice. Dude is not missing an opportunity to make Champions League. I see Harry Kane playing this game regardless. Then for my other players, I got Tony here. He's very popular in a lot of free hits that I've been seeing. I just think against Leeds need a win, and so maybe I shift Tony out and bring in Bowen and go with and do that swap. But Leeds just haven't been good defensively. They have some injuries right now, and Leeds need to best Burnley's decision this weekend. If Burnley draw, then Leeds need a win. Leeds need a win, period. I mean, if Burnley lose, I think Leeds can get away with the draw, but they need to go into this saying we're going to win. The good news for Leeds is that Burnley played Newcastle, and I really like Newcastle. They've been balling out. They've been balling out for a long time now. But I don't think even Leeds saying we need to go get a result, maybe they start attacking. Maybe if they throw in more attackers to make sure they can get some goals and really go for the win and not play it safe. And in that case, I think Tony can absolutely feast, especially if it goes down to the end and it's 1-1. They look up the score, they need to get a point, or they need to score a goal at the end, and they just start throwing everybody up. Tony gets a counterattack and scores. So Tony's in my squad for this game. I really like him against Leeds. And then it comes to Vardy. I mean, Vardy against Southampton at home. This looks like an absolute goal fest for Leicester. I hope so, at least. I think Vardy can absolutely go off here, maybe get a brace, maybe even come away with a Hattie at home. I know there's always speculation about is he going to stay or not. I don't know if any of that has any substance, but Jamie Vardy at home against Southampton, now that he's healthy and full swinging things, not only is it a great pick, I think it's also a great differential, and so it's going to see me get a huge green arrow if he goes and gets a brace or a Hattie. So Jamie Vardy is my third striker in this option, and I absolutely love the fact he's in my squad for the first time all season. I really like this team. My biggest concerns, again, are Reece James going to play, and should I swap out Cancelo and bring in Bowen? I really like that move, but what do you guys think of my free hit squad? Who should I bring in? Who am I missing that I desperately need in my squad? My overall ranking right now is 99K, and I really want to see how big of a push I can make at the end. And so I'm here to run it. No risk it, no biscuit. Let's go ahead and take advantage of this last game week. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Please feel free to subscribe if you want. Take some time every day to make someone smile, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow live streaming. Peace.